Hi guys, and I'm craftbench. Today I'm going to be teaching you about Redstone. This is going to be a small tutorial series about Redstone, and this is the beginner's tutorial. So, Redstone, never used it? Well, don't worry, after this you'll be using it all the time. Redstone is basically just a power used as a wire in Minecraft, and when it is not connected to a power source, it is off, which is black. Power sources can be this, a redstone torch. They can be switches, levers, pads, like pressure pads, buttons, and that's it. So basically how this works is that you can either have one of those, or that will give constant power to that, but with switches like these you can use them for constant power. You just do as all sort of like a little circuit here to show you something. Okay, so here you can see that when I turn the power on both subs, this way you can moderate if the power is on or off, but this way the power is just constantly on. And the power will last for 15 blocks, it will slowly fade out, and then it will go black, so anything beyond here will not be powered. Like a door, for example. Just make a door. Can make two doors. So if we put the door here, we can't open and close the door. But if we were to make it less than 15, so for example we'll just connect it there, so it's only 7, it will turn it on. A good way of being able to repeat the signal, which has become very easy with the new beta 1.3 update, as you can see in the corner there, is the implementation of repeaters, which mean that you can repeat the signal. So for instance, I'm never going to be able to open that door because the power runs out there and it's still quite far away. So to make a repeater, I want to take some clean stone and go 1, 2, 3. I need to take 2 redstone torches, which I actually don't have any of, so I'll make one. There we go. And a bit of redstone dust. And there's your repeater. Redstone repeater is stackable. And they look like this. So if I was to put that repeater here, and I want to be facing the way I want it to go, so if I put it on this block here facing that way, that's going to be the output, that's the input. But if I face this way, this is the input, that's the output. So it won't work that way. But when I rest it down this way, it takes the input and boosts it, and that's the output. And that will continue for another 15 squares. So you can put this every 15, 13 or 14 squares and it will boost the signal, and you can make the signal last forever. So as we can see here. The handy thing about being able to, another usage for these is that they have a delay function on them, which means that when you flick your switch it will go through here and it will take time to get through. There's 4 settings: stage 1, which is no delay, stage 2, which is a bit of delay but you can't really notice it. When I flick my switch there's a bit of delay. Stage 3, which is, you can notice that delay. And then stage 4, which is the most delay you can get on one thing, which is quite noticeable. But what you can do is you can link these repeaters, link them up. So if I reset them all so that that's just instant, there'll be some delay because there's a bit of delay when it goes through, but that's when it's just one, it's not really noticeable. When they're lined up, it is noticeable. So the more of these you are, just with no delay, there is going to be a slight delay because it's a real slow delay through them, but that just adds up the more you have. But now you can start putting delay on them. So that's a bit of delay, bit of delay, bit of delay, bit of delay. And you can see that takes some time, and then if you really wanted, you can start messing around with them, see how much you can delay it. That's quite a long delay. So the more of these you put down, the more you can choose how much delay you have. So you can really start being able to fine-tune how much delay you have with all these settings, and the more you have, the more settings you have. So you're able to go into more delay time period, which is pretty good. So let's see how we can make this delay open a couple of doors one after each other. So I'll just set that up now and I'll show you in a minute. Okay, so here's our 3 doors and here's our switch. Let's just link these up. So let's connect all the doors to this one switch. So now when I come back here and click this, all the doors will open at the same time. So now if we put a delayer here on each one, and we'll set that to instant, that to a bit of delay, and that to a bit more delay. And as you can see, because of that no delay, tiny bit of delay, and some delay, that one will open first, that one will open last. So we can make that delay a bit more, make that delay a bit more, and make that delay pretty noticeable. Or we can make it so that these two open instantly, but that one has a bit of delay. The more of these we put on, the more noticeable it will become. So let me just take this one actually, put this one here. Okay, so I have that one as no delay, that one as bit of, no delay. Yeah, okay, so and that one on loads of delay. See, so that's how you can use that to make, and this is very handy when you're using musical notes to do that, which I'll show you an example of now. If we come here and I close the door, when I open the door, you hear a tune, and then the door opens, and these are these notes blocks. So I'll just quickly show you the basics of this. It comes underneath, and it comes down here to a little sort of section of redstone that's got 2 delayers set on as much delay as we can have to the door, which is above there. But then these don't have any delays. These are old style repeaters, which I'll get into into the next video on how they are still useful to be used. And then these just link into the new repeaters, which are set onto no delay at all, but they need to be set that to help with the electronics invertation. But I'm not going to get into that too much because I can barely understand how that works, let alone try and explain it. So that'll be in another video. So yeah, so that's the basics of how redstone and redstone repeaters / delayers work. So in the next video, guys, we'll go over how we can implement this in a house. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe and comment on any problems you're having or any suggestions. Thanks.